You keep pretending to be someone you're not, and deep down you know I'm right. You wake up every morning and put on a version of yourself that fits in with all the people you've surrounded yourself with. That version of you that doesn't want to offend anybody, but it's not you. But you've been doing this for so long, you're addicted to it. You probably don't even remember who you were before you started this act. Now you act like nothing bothers you. Fake is fake. And living somebody else's life is exhausting. That's why you're mentally drained. Pretending to be something you're not takes up all of your energy. Keeping up with an image, monitoring your every word, trying to please everybody, trying to look successful, trying to sound intelligent, trying to act tougher than you actually are. I mean, that's a full-time job. And make no mistake, you are addicted to it, even though it doesn't make you happy. You're scared of what might happen if the mask actually comes off. Because the moment you stop the act, you risk being rejected. And you would rather live a fake life instead of risking being disliked. Now think about that. You spent years building a personality you don't even connect with. Now you laugh at things you don't find funny. You agree with opinions you don't believe in. You surround yourself with people you don't even like. And you hide your real interests, your pain, your anger, your dreams. And why? Because somewhere along the way, somebody hurt you, so you decided it was easier to pretend to be somebody else. And now you've been doing it for so long, you can't stop. Because you don't want to give up the people and the friends that like the version of you that isn't real. So now you're trapped. You're trapped by your own image. Now you can't relax. You're always on, always performing, always trying to maintain the character, always trying to protect the reputation around the character that you built. That's not freedom. That's prison. That's a prison where you've become the inmate and the guard. Now you monitor yourself constantly. Don't say that. Don't act like this. And what will people think? How will this look? Will they still like me? Will I still fit in? And slowly, you've let yourself disappear. And one day you're going to have to look in the mirror. You're going to realize you've become a stranger to yourself. The real version of you is buried underneath years of compromise and fear. And I'm sure you feel it. The emptiness, the regret, that feeling that says, this isn't really me. But instead of confronting it, you distract yourself with more scrolling, more drinking, more pretending, anything to avoid sitting alone with the truth. And the truth is, you can't build a meaningful life on a fake foundation. You just can't. I mean, you can build an image, but you can't build peace. I mean, peace only comes when who you are on the outside matches who you are on the inside. And you haven't felt that alignment in years. You're addicted to pretending you're stronger than you actually are. You never ask for help. You never admit you're in pain. You never open up. You're scared that'll make you look weak. So you carry everything alone. And eventually, that's going to crush you. You're not a victim. You just need to stop hiding your identity. I'm not saying authenticity is easy. It's not. I mean, so maybe you're going to upset some people. So what? It's time to get over it. At some point, you have to decide what matters more, being accepted or being free, because those are not always the same thing. Freedom starts the moment you stop performing, that moment you stop needing everybody to approve. The moment you stop hiding yourself to fit into what you've already outgrown, that moment you stop editing your personality just to avoid criticism, that's when you can start to see who you actually are. And maybe you're scared of what you might become without the mask. I mean, maybe underneath all that pretending, you're angry, or maybe there's pain or regret. There's also honesty. And being honest with yourself, that's where the healing starts. You can't heal a character that you've invented. You can only heal yourself. And the real you has been suffocating underneath your lies long enough. You've outgrown the fake version of yourself, but you're still trying to maintain it because it feels familiar. You don't owe the world a performance. You don't owe the people around you a watered down version of yourself. You don't have to pretend just to make people around you happy. At some point, you're going to have to come home to yourself. And pretending to be someone else for the rest of your life, that would be a tragedy. So maybe it's time. Time to stop pretending. Time to stop hiding. And maybe it's time to stop chasing approval from people who wouldn't even recognize the real you. And then maybe, just maybe, for the first time in a long time, you'll tell yourself the truth. Not the polished truth. Not the truth you post on social media. But not the version designed to impress people, but the real truth. The truth about who you are, what you want, what you feel, what you're afraid of. I mean, the best thing you can do for yourself is remove the mask and stop hiding behind it. And if people don't like the real you, so be it. At least then the person standing in the mirror is finally real. Just saying.